imagine happening.
Okay, so you think they didn't leave the room at all and talked for the entire time?
I think they can talk a lot too.
Okay. Well,
That's a wrong. Okay, my bad.
yeah, how dare you?
My bad. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. We'll see how that plays out. Start sharing this. Oh wait, I'm missing one thing. No, I'm missing one thing.
Oh,
Where's my Bach? I always need my violin music. There we go. Take two. And we'll start where we left off, or at least where Rayla last left off. As you yourself awake, around you, you find yourself in a familiar setting. You're left and right, as well as upwards, walls and a ceiling of wood. You're small and dense, but clearly all of it has been very well maintained. You can feel the weight of light sheets upon you, and there's a bit of a hefty sweat going down your forehead and your back. There's quite a bit of light peeking through the window. You can hear out on the open air birds chirping and the sound of the water clamoring as the boat moves. From underneath you, you can hear low, repetitive creaking, as well as what faintly, very faintly sounds like sobs. What do you do?
Um, I would probably try to get up and just look around the room. Am I alone?
As you get up and look around the room, you find that no, you're not alone. You see two people with whom you're quite familiar, just standing, well, rather, sitting underneath you. Mavis and Andre. The latter is rocking back and forth, his knees hugged tightly to his chest. What do you all do?
Um, well, yeah, I'd probably just go up to them. Hello?
Andre does not respond.
in the previous session, Mavis had put a blanket around Andre's shoulders, and she's like awkwardly like just patting his back. But she just stares at Rayla with really big eyes.
Okay. Are you two alright? What happened?
Andre does not respond.
I think. Well, I accidentally hurt Andre. And I don't know how much I can tell you. But I think he's in a bad place mentally right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my fault.
Well, it's okay. You don't have to tell me too much if it's personal for him. What do you think would help him?
maybe getting out of his head. Hey, Andre, do you want like water or something?
The sobbing will stop. He'll look up and just say, "No, thank you. I apologize. I lost myself."
Hey, you don't have to apologize for anything.
It's all good. Well, just take as much time as you need.
I
And
appreciate it, but I believe I'll be okay for the time being.
Okay. Rila, glad to see you're up.
Yeah, me too. I guess I just wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, I guess today's just an off day.
When maybe we can go up onto the deck, get some fresh air. Maybe we can get some food after. Could help make us all feel a bit better.
That sounds like a good idea. By the way, someone came by and brought a book to you. And he points over to where he left it.
Following Andre's finger, you see the book that you were in the process of reading yesterday. It's about halfway complete, and it seems pretty much the same as you left it.
We came by to drop it off.
I need to look at it again just to make sure I pronounce it right.
Joanna? No, fuck. I have it written down.
Because I was like, wait. Layla.
Riella, okay. I know Yell was in there somewhere.
Layella?
Layla.
Layella. Layella.
Layella.
Wait, sorry, say that again.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
I need to find a specific key. There it is. There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, God, I'll just, there we go.
Why'd you delete yours? Okay, yeah,
Because there's two of them. We don't need to.
it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, okay. That's odd, but that was nice of them.
What time was it again?
By now, it's probably past noon, 1 or 2 p.m., maybe 3.
Shit, we have
It's been a bit of time since you started shuddering.
I believe we have a dinner date with the dragon tonight. Are you guys excited for that?
I'm not sure, really. Maybe it's just hasn't quite dawned on me yet.
I'm a bit nervous for it, I guess. It's just, but I am excited.
Are we supposed to dress up for that type of thing, since he's the captain and all? Is there like an etiquette for this?
Typically, yes.
Well, good thing you're already dressed then. Heh.
So you two don't know any of the more... Do you know table manners?
I feel like I'm polite enough. Is that no?
Well,
Okay.
it's not just being polite, it's specific ways to do certain things.
I mean, I can usually wait for everyone to be sat at the table before eating.
Yes, but do you know which utensil to use for which dish?
Last dinner I just guessed.
I don't need to use utensils.
Well, your first problem is not eating. Not eating at a dinner specifically like this may not look too well on us.
I don't know what food would do in my system.
Have you had? Well, you've had food in the past,
I'd
haven't
like to
you?
retcon that.
You have had food in the past.
I know, but that was like really early.
You still had food.
I know. That's before. Okay. I mean, I guess it doesn't like do hard. I guess I could fake it.
How exactly would you go about doing that?
Just fucking eating the food. Like I know how to use a fork and spoon.
Do you
I'm
know
not,
which ones to use?
Don't you just use the fork and the spoon to feel like the adequate size for whatever you're eating? Is that?
I've only had one set of utensils to use, so I just use what looks like that normal set of utensils.
I see.
Fork, knife, maybe spoon.
Okay. Well, we'll just give a quick rundown of just, like this fork is used for this. Like, this is a salad fork.
Are you showing a salad fork?
I don't think he would show. I think he would just give a vague explanation because he doesn't feel like doing the entire thing.
Because I was like, do you carry a salad fork?
No.
So bougie.
No, I think Rayla is the person who would have that utensil potentially since she has the cooking supplies.
I do have food. I have utensils. That's true. Wait.
Yeah, she would have the full set.
Yeah, I can bring that out.
Isn't that a thingamabob?
Oh, what?
Sorry, what did you say?
I was making a little mermaid reference. Never.
Wow, that's a weird one.
Yeah, like the thingamabob, and they're like the fork is a comb.
Oh, I understand now.
Right? You remember that old story, like a childhood story?
Sorry, Valerie, you're on your own.
No. This is Mabes. Like like the of like a mermaid or bird triton. I don't understand it completely, and she lives under the sea, and she has the ability to speak with all the animals and stuff, and they tell her about life up here. This was obviously before previous stuff. There was a handsome human prince, and she wanted to live with him, so she made a deal. But every step she took was walking on glass, and I think she turns into sea foam at the end of it.
Oh,
Yeah, he married someone else.
I usually only read romance stories with happy endings, so I probably haven't read that one.
Yeah, and I think she was 16.
Oh,
I don't know how old the prince was, but he wasn't 16.
Okay, then.
Man, monarchies are kind of fucked. Oh, no offense.
He's not. Wait, are you? You're not.
He's a nobleman.
He's not a person monarchy necessarily, right?
He worked for the monarchy. He obviously has some respect for them. I don't want to be disrespectful. But
He
like,
tried to. He's right here. We don't need to talk about it like this.
sorry.
Sorry, Andre.
Sorry.
So fucked. It's your last session too.
I know.
I don't know what happened.
Oh.
Anyway,
How shaky is Andre right now?
he's pretty good at hiding it, so not too evident really.
Insight check.
Go for it. I mean, he's not going to contest, so I mean... Well, I guess he is if he's trying to prevent himself from shaking, so yeah, never mind, go for it.
Roll performance here.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
my
talking about
specialty.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I'm talking to Andre. Maybe you still roll insight. Andre, you could also roll deception if you want. but-
I got-
I got 21.
I got 21. I got exactly what I needed.
You.
Damn.
Anyway, it's attacker's advantage, so she just barely got it.
Yeah, you Mavis, you can just barely see that. Just the way Andre takes a step at that moment, there's a bit of hesitation there, a bit of a tremor in the foot.
Do you think they're is there like other shit I'm supposed to know? Or is it just like forks and knives?
Well, there's
Is it like knives?
few other things. You know, the smaller ones, forks are typically the solid forks, as I was explaining before. You should keep the rims of your plates as neat as possible. And when you fold your napkin, have the crease towards you. It's a lot of small things, but they all add up. And if you ever need to leave the table, don't say why, just ask to be excused. Or excuse yourself.
Oh.
Don't take massive bites, take smaller ones. And, well, there'd be a lot to go through, but some of those would be probably enough to show that you're at least trying.
Okay then.
And don't wipe with the napkin, just tap your face.
We can do that. That doesn't sound too bad.
Yep. Absolutely. Rayla, do you think there's like...
Hmm?
Never mind, that wouldn't make sense.
Uh,
Do you think there might be like a shop or a boutique of some sort on a fancy ship? But like you wouldn't know as much as I would know. So,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. We can look around if you need something.
now that I think about it, though, why would a dragon care? Like, as long as we're respectful towards the dragon, we should be fine. Like, don't call him a lizard or something. Like,
Are you thinking about doing that?
no, never.
Okay.
I have met dragons before, you know.
Yes, it just that thought hadn't crossed my mind, so I was curious.
Oh, yeah, no, just, like, don't insult them. And, oh, we should totally bring the claw.
Why?
Why?
Oh, because it's, like, he's, like, a mystical dragon and shit, right?
Yes.
Well, like, one, he might be impressed. Two, Oh, maybe we find out something about the claw, like if he has a really adverse reaction, we know it's not good. That we should get rid of it as soon as possible.
That makes me go crazy.
No, just from the looks on your faces, I'm getting that this is not a good idea.
I mean,
It might not be it's not a bad idea. But
Yeah,
it's not be the best idea to show people the claw.
it's just a little strange, but I mean, it is a giant claw, so
If you think it might work out, I won't say no.
I'm just generally worried about this claw and if we should keep it or not, or just chuck it to the bottom of the ocean, or the river, or wherever, the lake, wherever.
well, if we
Ship on now.
if we get rid of it, then we don't technically have full right over that, over this power source.
Huh?
Well, the deal was that she would give the orb back to us, well, at least officially, once we took care of that giant werewolf.
Oh, Atkins, right.
And we have does air quotes, proof of that, but we haven't brought it back, and I don't think we'll be able to bring it back for quite a while.
I honestly do not believe we'll meet her again, but I guess you're right. I'm just kind of worried because it seems like it's like turning the bedsheet into like a knife.
Really?
Or like a blade.
That's
Just
interesting.
like feel the edge. Feel the edge of that sheet.
Don't do that.
I-
The claw cut me by just putting my hand on it, so let's just take her word for it.
Okay, I was very much gonna put my hand on it, so that
Not
was a good
the
warning.
bed sheet. That's what.
Well, if the bedsheet is almost a knife, then
I mean, it's not that sharp yet, but I bet you tomorrow we're gonna check it and it's gonna be a bit sharper. That's my theory currently.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just freaked out by it on multiple levels.
I
can understand that.
yeah.
I still feel bad about sort of selling out Kalren, even if it was to her parents. Huh.
Well, I don't know if there was really much we could do at that point.
Yeah, she did seem somewhat murderous. That's a good thing, right? That means, like, she's feeling protective.
Either or. My two friends back there were being protective by hitting me with a greatsword. Sorry, that isn't very reassuring, is it?
Do it needs to be considered, I guess. Oh dear.
Well, my situation was very specific. I doubt that's a very reoccurring thing.
Mavis, like, visibly looks like she's, like, holding her mouth shut. She very obviously wants to talk about this more. Like, do you have... Rayla, you had a really good idea earlier about, like, taking a walk or something. What if we did that right now?
Yeah, I think
Or
it would be
got,
good.
like, hot chocolate or something.
Oh, that sounds nice. Do you think the kitchens are open? Are they still serving?
I mean, they gave me tea earlier. Oh, do I have to bring those cups back? Is there... Wait, what do the mugs look like?
They're rather standard mugs. They seem to be made of sculpted and modeled clay. There are small engravings in them, and the shape of it the craftsmanship is actually very nice. There's no bump or any uneven edges. It's it's a very well made and lightly decorated mug.
Oh, there's no logo.
No, there is no logo.
Aw.
If it interests you, the pattern itself is a bit of a wave.
Nah, if there's a logo, I would've stole it.
Speaking of which, he's gonna walk over and he's gonna just drink all of it in one cup, like just one cup.
It's been a while since Mavis brought these here, so by now they're not exactly hot anymore. You just chug them down. It's quite refreshing.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. And Mavis gives a thumbs up. And like holds it for a beat too long. Like, okay.
All right then.
Ooh. I think Liana and Desiree are on a date. I think I set him up on a date.
Who?
Oh, you don't know them yet. Oh, Layella. There we go.
Good job.
Layella.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's so hard for my brain to remember that. So Layella is the young woman that's staying a couple doors down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the acrobat. And Desiree was that mother, who was quite rambunctious last night.
Ah.
I believe she was one of the only ones to get the target all the way in the back.
Must have
They're
been
on
up
a
for a
date?
while.
Is that what you said?
Hmm?
So they're on a date?
Well, I got really bored.
Okay.
I kind of went wandering, and like they were playing pool, right? And they were definitely flirting, like definitely flirting.
I see. You
Yeah.
did it rather quickly.
Yeah, Desiree knows what she wants. Also, I went into the VIP section, and apparently there's a massage parlor back there.
How'd you get back there?
I just went through the curtain.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay then.
No one was watching. I just went through the curtain. And there's like this really angry, or yeah, I mean, grumpy. I don't know. He didn't seem pleasant. There's this guy getting a massage, and I didn't like peek too long because that's just weird. But very gruntled man getting married,
I see.
and like I think he wants to start a monopoly over clothes or something. I don't know. I like lost the plot halfway through, but yeah. So those are the people I'm bored with. I will find out more gossip if I can.
Noted.
I missed you guys. Please don't leave me on my own for too long. I was scared that because like Desiree needed some help with Layella, and I was like, I don't know if I'm like indirectly involving myself with that, and I'm not ready for it, and I freaked out a little internally, but we're good. But like, also never leave me alone again, please.
We don't plan on it.
Okay, I was really scared I was gonna be invited to like a threesome or something.
I see.
It sounds like you handled the situation well. Though, that's good.
Yep. But yeah, we shouldn't. But yeah, they're friends.
Well, you know, if all this adventuring stuff doesn't work out, maybe you'll find a career as a matchmaker.
I had to be a spindly old woman?
Wait, huh?
Isn't the matchmaker usually an older woman? And she's like, I'll find you a match. And it's like, he's like rich. He'll take care of you, but he also gets very drunk. But it's fine.
I'm not sure. I haven't met one.
And like parents bring their kids to me. And they have to like
Have you been to a matchmaker before or something?
what? No.
You know, it's just to know a surprising amount about them.
Is this not how arranged marriages work for you guys?
There was no one to arrange a marriage for me.
I mean, I haven't. I'm not like in the market. Not. I've just read about these.
Oh, okay.
Do you think I'm marriage material?
If you wanted to be married, then yeah. But if you don't, then no.
I don't know if I'm flattered. But no interest. God, no. This is complicated.
Okay. He says, and as he like kind of starts leaving the room because he just tried to make a joke to lighten the mood, and it went down this road. He's like, I'll
Like-
just head out to the deck then.
I mean, if you guys are ever interested in someone, I'd be fully supportive. But like, how? I wouldn't know how to like explain this. Maybe it was just gestures to herself.
Well, we understand the worm thing. I bet other people would too.
Wait. So, you know, like how I said, like the worm thing, they like kind of like leave my body at night and they like burrow into the ground.
You have mentioned that, yes.
If it happens on the boat, where do they go?
They must be on the ship still, right? If that did happen.
One second.
Huh.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Hey guys, we might have an issue. I think I might have let some worms out on the boat.
Are you sure?
Well, there's not much we can really do about that. We don't really have a way to deal with the worms anyway.
I mean, burning them, but like we're on a wooden.
We would have to individually find them if we didn't want to hurt anything else on the ship, so unless we had a way to find them.
Yeah.
We will just have to approach it as it arrives.
I mean, I don't remember fully dropping worms, but I don't know if it happens when I'm doing my meditative state thing.
We'll just have to deal with that problem as it comes up.
Should I like sleep in a bag?
Haven't you been doing that?
A bag?
Oh, I think you said a bed.
No. Like, if we, like, trap me in a bag, right, they can only fall into the bag, and then we can drop the bag, like, in the ocean. Or the water.
Well, do you have a bag that could fit you?
I mean, no.
Are you sure?
What are bedrolls and what do they look like?
Oh, yeah, what a bedroll, like... I don't want to drop my bedroll into the water.
We paid so much money for that.
Why'd you say, are you sure? I don't have a giant bag.
Oh.
Well, I certainly don't.
I mean, maybe I can, like, tie the bed sheets in a way that's, like...
That cocoons you.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, you don't think, like, they're gonna, like, infect someone on a ship and, like, take over their brain or something, and then we have to deal with wormified zombies?
I don't think that's how they work.
I don't think either, but we don't fully understand how they work.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, I
And
mean,
those bodies in New Orne definitely got infected by the worms.
yes, but as I was saying before, that's a problem that we can only really deal with once it comes up. We don't have any way of locating them or a sure way to destroy them.
Maybe we can, like, stab them with a claw.
If you think that would do anything different.
Or stab me with the claw. I don't.
I like stabbing you with anything.
No, just don't stop defaulting to killing you.
We're not
I'm
doing that.
not even sure if it fully killed me.
We're not trying.
Even then, I don't think they would just die if you did. But I'm not sure. Maybe now that we have weapons that can deal with some more supernatural things, maybe that's what the problem was before. But for now, we can't do anything about it. At least we don't know for sure.
Alright then.
I'm gonna go up on the deck now.
Do we want to do, like, a group walk, or do you want to be alone right now?
I'm fine with either.
But what do you want? What is your preferred option?
I don't really have one.
Alright, well... Yeah, I think Rayla could also use the outdoors for it, so let's all go together.
Okay.
So you leave and you go upwards to the deck. You find the sun to be shining. The wind breezes against your face. It's particularly pleasant for you, Rayla, as it washes away a bit of the sweat that still clings to it. You can see that people are enjoying themselves. The people seem to be amassing themselves a little bit towards the pool, as a few children are playing in it, making a bit of a show of themselves. But generally, it's just a happy, peaceful time. As always, the fisherman that was beside you, Andre, is sitting and fishing. He's amassed quite a pile now.
He is really good at that.
Is he like storing the fish in anything, or is it just fish?
He's got a bucket.
Okay. So it hasn't just been fish sitting in the sun for a few hours?
No, it is not.
Okay.
It smells wonderful.
I'm,
So do you do anything, or do you simply enjoy your time, let it pass a little bit?
Andre does not know what to do. He's just kind of looking around.
As you look around, you're looking for anything in particular? Oh,
No, it's just more of like a nervous thing, just looking around because he doesn't know what else to do.
all right.
Do you want a massage?
I don't think so.
Alright. I must be. I don't know what to do with free time.
I'm not quite sure either.
Like, I know we're traveling, but it feels like I'm wasting time.
Maybe doing nothing is just what we need.
This also means that you'd rather not roleplay that time. We can do it kind of like downtime. You just say, yeah, I try and do this for the day.
Sure.
See how that goes. Whatever you like.
I'm good doing a time skip.
Yeah, same.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just said same.
All right. Double?
Yeah, he would leave the room at night, but that's it.
All right. So, a bit of time passes, and you see someone approaching you. A Dragonborn, still clad in the same pristine black and white uniform. I believe you're Miss Rayla's entourage, correct?
Andre's gonna elbow Rayla.
Yeah, these are my friends. Yeah.
Great. The captain will be waiting for you shortly. If you'd come with me, please, I'll show you to his stable. And he gives you a bit of a bow as he turns around and begins walking away.
But I was just gonna look between Andre and her, and she's just gonna follow him.
Yep. Andre will follow as well.
Mavis was gonna whisper, did you say stable?
Yeah,
He said table.
I heard stable too.
I did too, but I know what he meant.
I just took it as like, yeah.
You know how degrading that would be?
No,
To refer to it as a stable would be degrading.
I thought it was a culture thing.
Just like the idea of Rayla, like, okay, stable, this makes sense.
I was like, yeah, it's a cultural thing.
So we're gonna question it at all.
I thought, no, I don't want you to base this.
You know, I gotta respect that.
You follow the Dragonborn as he leads you into the dining room. He leads you to the very back of it, past the Crimson Curtain, revealing a rectangular table. It's a bit larger than the usual, and the set of utensils on them are all made of very finely decorated and carved silver. On it, there's a floral pattern that goes all the way along each of the utensils, culminating at the edges. Here's the captain's stable. If you'll await him, he'll arrive in a few moments. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. Any drinks?
Just a water, thank you.
Yep, water, please.
Same for me as well.
Of course. Gives you another bow and leaves. You can see that there's a few other tables in this particular area. There's 4 of them, exactly. One of them in the very back, so quite a ways away from you, has the same human man that you've seen before, Mavis, when I was getting a massage. He seems quite engaged in a conversation with a few other people, and the look on his face is generally pessimistic.
Hey, that's a. I'm only saying this like for the table to hear. But like, oh hey, that's the grumpy man I was talking about.
I see.
Also, out of curiosity, is there like a seat for the dragon, or is it just?
There's 4 chairs. Each of the chairs are fairly normal. They're quite fancy, but nothing weird.
How are we going to eat with the dragon?
We'll wait and see, right? They certainly have something prepared.
Well, they said captain now that I think about it.
I assume you just sit down and wait a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh, Sorry, I just realized that there's a hoard on the ship somewhere. I was like, wait, that jewelry collection? No, that's the dragon's hoard. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to plan a heist on a boat when there's a dragon.
Yeah, why would we try to steal it?
I mean, it's also out of character, so I mean.
A few minutes pass, and in comes a rather radiant figure. Passing through the curtain, the first thing you see is the attire itself. It's a very long-sleeved and rather thin silk attire of pure white, the edges of which are all lined with teal material. The person stepping through is clearly different from any of the other Dragonborns. The scales themselves feel much fuller, thicker, and the horns protruding from the long snout of the creature, as well as its head, are all much more developed. They twist and curl in on themselves. The creature steps forward towards you. Ah, welcome. And he takes a seat at the table where you are.
Andre will bow and take a seat.
You're late.
It's no issue.
Fantastic. So I hope you won't mind. I'll have the chefs bring us the courtly menu we have. It's a rather simple meal, at least for a seafarer. But I hope you'll find it much enjoyable and to your liking.
Of course.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, were we supposed to stand when you came in? It's very nice to meet you. Or...
It's nice meeting you too, but don't worry about the protocol for me. I know some of my brethren are a bit more stuck to their manners and their egos, but myself, I'm a purveyor of sorts. I'm not too up the code. And as he says that, he gives everyone around the table a good look. Neither of his eyes seem filled with not quite intelligence, but curiosity that melds along with that same intelligence. It seems that just by looking at you, he's trying to learn a bit more about you. A few seconds pass. Now then, I usually do this little challenge to try and see who has any abilities. Because I think these are the people a bit more interesting in the world. So would you mind please telling me what kind of people you are? What are you doing here? Start with you, who won the prix, as a matter of fact. Miss Rayla, correct?
Yeah, yes, that's me. It's nice to meet you. Um, that's a bit hard to answer. What do you want to know about me exactly?
Well, let's start from the beginning. Where are you from? Where are you going?
Well, I'm from a little mountain village called Reuben, and we're on our way to Bethunde.
Oh, really? Heard that place is moving a lot. You hoping to join their war?
Oh, no, we're just visiting.
Hmm. Make a persuasion check. Deception, sorry.
Am I lying?
Are you really just going to visit?
But I'm not joining the war.
You are correct there. Yeah, you could roll persuasion instead of deception if you like.
I can't even assist with this because I didn't take proficiency in persuasion.
I'm not lying or anything for sure. Oof. A 9.
See, so you're visiting, huh? Well, I suppose everyone needs their little secrets in life. I hope whatever it is you're trying to do, you find a bit of success in it. What about your companions here? Are you all following that same visiting goal?
To an extent, I'm mostly looking to help a friend of mine.
Interesting. And you? And he turns his face towards you, Mavis.
I guess, I mean, obviously I'm going with these guys, but, personally I'm looking for knowledge, I guess.
Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So you're the curious type, are you?
Yeah, I grew up there when I was much younger, and I wanna learn where I'm from, I guess you could say.
Learn where you came from. Well, that's a noble endeavor. I'm a big fan of this curiosity that seems to be propelling you. It's the reason I actually started this whole boat business. So few people actually get to enjoy the seas and the rivers for what they are. I wanted more to learn about them. Going back to your roots, that's good. You should also be careful to move always forward. The roots of a tree don't dictate where it will grow, how high, or how many branches.
They're still what feeds the tree, though.
I'll have to give you a reason there. And as he says that, a few people enter the room, 4 of them, each kobolds and each bearing large trays. On each of them, there's a white plate that is set in front of you. It's halfway through a bowl and a plate, and inside there's some sort of concoction that's green and bubbles lightly under some sort of heat. It smells very good. Ah, there's the soup. Well then, dig in, my friends. I hope you keep enjoying your stay. on board of Rakathuan's kindness. And he himself picks up a spoon and begins to eat the soup.
Spoon. Which spoon does he pick up?
It's the big one.
Okay.
I love how specific it is. You can literally just say the soup spoon and that would work.
That's so fun. I'm doing this.
Like there's straight up salad fork, soup spoon. Like you can.
It does be very specific.
No, it's a big spoon.
Big one.
Andre will just say, yes, and it's a lovely vessel.
Oh, and do you have much experience with other vessels of this type?
Not quite of this size, or its interesting way of traversal.
I suppose it would be hard to find anywhere else in the world where you'd find an apparatus as grandiose as my very own vessel. Not a lot of engines as powerful as this one. And he taps a little bit on his own chest and gives out a hearty laugh.
Andre will also just chuckle with him. He's not able to match the hearty laugh, but
I was surprised to hear of a dragon captain. I mean, King of the Skies decides to conquer the seas.
Oh, well, I'm not exactly the first of my kind to go for the seas. I think you'll find quite a few if you venture further out in the ocean. Though, if I were you, I'd be careful around those fellers. But they're usually a bit more violent than me and the other ones that have decided to stay on the land. But still, like I said, it was always my desire. As I said before, I'm a rather arduous fan of the knowledge, the curiosity that you yourself sought. That's why I wanted more people to learn more of the seas and the voyage.
What did you do before you became a captain, if I can ask that?
Ah, those are days long gone now. I remember going through that rough, snowy desert. It's a place a bit northeast of Soine. Are you familiar with that area?
Do you know about that area?
You know about Soine. If you'd like to check if you know about things other than that, you could make a history check.
So, hit him with the 9.
A 9. You remember vaguely in a story
Bravo, you
from
wanna check
your
your stream.
parents.
Mhm.
No, sorry, go ahead.
your stream. You might want to.
Oh no!
Yeah, I only. It's. Yeah.
Tabs open specifically for this.
It's all good.
No!
Listen, I only read the word military, and then I was like, I shouldn't read this, and then I looked away.
I didn't have the stream open then.
You're good.
It works for you this time. We're on a tightrope. We're listening to some amazing, I don't know how to pronounce it, violin music. Like I don't, but that word.
That one.
Alright. Thank you for your generosity, Double.
Got you.
You remember stories from your parents about a vast, arid, and snowy desert. A land that seemed almost struck through time, where neither sound nor the passing of the days seemed to happen. I don't remember any names or anything about people that might live there or anything like that, though.
I don't really know that area very vaguely.
Well, I suppose it's not too well known around these parts anyhow. It's a place where only the few mighty survived, where there is strife and challenge and ease for any who want to find it. In my youth, I was a bit more timorous than I am now. Ah, sometimes I wonder what happened to those villages. Anyhow. But yeah, like I said, the tree's roots are only the beginning. One ought not to focus on them, but on where the leaves will grow. And as he says so, he finishes his soup, and more meals arrive, and yet more silver platters. This time, they all appear to be great steaks. They're very thick, easily more than 2 inches high. The meat itself is absolutely gorgeous, and there's a generous dribble of a rosé sauce on it. That almost makes it look like a sunset. I hope none of you are any of these vegetarian types that I've heard a few about.
I can't say that I am.
Right.
Not necessarily a vegetarian, but I just don't eat a lot in general.
Oh, well, don't worry yourself about it. Eat what you can. I'm sure when you begin to eat these, you'll find yourself wanting to finish it. These are rather hard to come by.
I'll try my hardest.
And the kobolds take away the soups, which I assume all of you have finished by this point.
Yeah.
What about Mavis?
Like maybe a quarter of it gone.
The captain and the kobold both seem to notice. Neither say anything.
I got a small stomach.
Do you even want to roll deception for that?
I thought it was a condition, but no.
I mean, I could say it means like small stomach in the metaphorical sense. I mean, I definitely didn't say it in the metaphorical sense, so yes, I'm gonna roll deception. I could have though. Fuck. It's a 2.
Ooh.
It was on 18 for a second. I was like, oh, this is fine. It was not fine.
Well, it's fun and all for everyone to keep themselves some secrets. But I hope you won't do me the disservice of thinking I wouldn't see through such a simple lie.
I apologize. Really, I just don't eat.
He looks at you, the 2 eyes set upon you. They turn serious for a moment. Quickly, they revert more to a jovial feel. Do any of you do anything for the rest of the dinner?
Ask him how old he is.
You do it.
Oh, you do it. I just lied to him.
Okay. And whose fault is that?
But like, alright, fine. I will say I am more familiar with Dragonborns, and because I guess my current residence is in the Ismenian Kingdom. It's I'm not gonna pronounce this right. Rural, rural, Reroroyl.
Reroril.
For real.
What the fuck?
God. And it's a port. Isn't it a port city, do you have?
Yes, kind of.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay,
Kind of.
and it's north.
Yeah.
Yeah. I currently reside there. So I'm a bit more used to Dragonborn, so I have met dragons. But I don't know if this is offensive to ask. I'm just very curious. As you know, how old are you?
He seems a bit surprised that you say that. Well, it's not impolite, don't worry. It's actually something that many of my kind take great pride in. I myself am, I've recently passed my first millennium. I should be about 1050 by now. Oh, how the time passes.
Maybe this is gonna glance at Andre and Rayla.
We get to realize like jaw drop.
I suppose many of the younger ones would be a bit ashamed to be so inexperienced. I can see why they'd get mad if you asked that.
But it just I can't imagine having seen, I guess, so much of what we'd consider history. I mean, you must have seen nations rise and fall.
A few of them. But history itself isn't exactly so flowing as one might think. Nations themselves are only an expression of a people. Though a nation might fall, the people itself will not. So long as the people stand, well, even if the nation's no longer there, truly nothing has changed.
And Mavis is gonna glance again to Andre. And to his back, if she can, and like then glance at Andre's face again.
Are you trying to be subtle, or?
I mean, not really. I want Andre to understand what I'm doing. Like, if the dragon sees it, he's not gonna understand instinctually, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, fuck it.
Well, we've been around that long. What was, well, as early as you can remember, what were things like at that time?
You mean when I was born?
Something like that. Just curious to see what the world was like so long ago, at least from someone's first-person perspective.
It was a much more eventful time than it is. Nowadays, there's many things one can't pursue with quite as much ease. Humanity itself has risen quite a ways, organized itself very nicely. I suppose that would be the main difference. The people themselves are all the same. Hopes, dreams, fears, ambitions, and desires. Everyone still has them, all the same, as
even
they did so long ago.
even their beliefs?
He looks at you for a moment, and he seems a bit confused. You can see in his eyes light passing, as clearly he seems to make a decision. I suppose the beliefs have changed. but that's hardly any discussion for the table.
I understand.
Look
It's the dragon.
on God as he stares ahead. Wonder where she is now. Oh, anyhow, sorry about that. I got lost in my own thoughts for a bit of a moment. What about you? Tell me. Mikhail, was it?
Yes.
How did you find this world of yours?
Just how do I find everything?
Yeah, the world.
Well,
Is it one you're happy to live in?
yes and no.
What would you change about it?
I find that many people are satisfied with with who they are. And I feel like some people think that there is an ending, but I find that not many people are striving for what they can be. We still find ourselves fighting things and fighting each other for little to no reason, at least in the grand scheme of things. I just think once we can all look past that, I don't know if we can erase conflict altogether, but certainly fighting over things such as land or just who they are is something we can at least try to move past.
World without greed. It's not an impossible desire. It could be granted by many. The land that I spoke of before, where I spent so many of my formative years. If what you really wish is a world where all humans and all humanoids get along, where none of them are separated by such beliefs as borders, it might do you well to give them a bit of a visit. You be sure to bring along plenty of strength, both of arm and will. Because while union can be found, weakness is hardly preferable. Well, at least not in their eyes. I feel that's a great advantage of your world. Even the lowliest of whelps can make themselves a cozy existence here.
Alright, now DM, was that an in-game thing where he almost, maybe I'm reading this wrong, but did he almost say Halcyon?
Repeat that?
Did he almost say Halcyon? When he was saying he, okay, because I was like, oh boy, I think he knows who I am. Alright.
I think I think the part you misunderstood was the lowliest of whelps.
Oh no, it was before that. He was saying like all humans and then all. I thought he almost said Halcyon, but then he said all the races.
No, he said humanoids.
Okay, I got, because yeah, that's what he said after. I thought he almost slipped up, and I was like, oh, he knows where I'm from. But okay, I think it's good. It's fine. There's no way a dragon's out to kill us. There's no way.
If the both of you share your friends' ideas on the world, that all would be better if you could simply be united.
I think I don't necessarily disagree about getting rid of greed and such things would make many things better, but I think there's always going to be disagreements about how some things should be done, and conflict is somewhat inevitable from that. And that's at least how one of my old friends used to think of him, and I don't disagree with him.
Very sorry, I could not understand the latter half of that.
So that's what my old friend used to think, but I don't disagree with her.
Okay. Certainly an interesting view on the world. It's been tried before by some people on their own. If you venture a bit further along the way, you might find a remnant of what they tried. Wishes can be distorted. And what about you, Mavis?
Oh, I mean, I'm under the impression that as long as at least two people want the same thing, that there will always be conflict.
So what you'd like is a world without desires?
Not at all. I would like a world where everyone was given to be honest, actually, I'm sorry, I'm struggling to put this into words, but I'm content with the world the way it is.
Content, eh?
Content.
That's a particular choice of words you got.
I mean, conflict, desire, greed, whatever, that's part of what makes us autonomous. I mean, I have issues with the divide in classes. I have issues with corruption and greed, but I also believe that that's still part of what makes someone whole, so I wouldn't want to get rid of that.
He looks at you with very interested eyes. That's almost exactly what he said. Tell me, Miss Mavis, have you ever met someone that went by the name of Reuben? A frail man, rather talented in the arts of magic.
No.
Okay, I've
Wait.
heard this name like
Let's-
50 times.
Look at
in
the
this
notes.
campaign.
It's like at the very it's like the very back of the notes. The first goal
Yeah.
was to meet Lil Reuben.
Yeah.
This is
Out of
really-
curiosity, do I know of a Reuben of the Arts?
What?
Hey, what?
So, okay, because, like, what if this is, like, a scenario in which there's multiple people named Reuben? Because also in my backstory, I remember the fucking name Reuben, so...
Yes, too.
A Reuben of the arts. Like
Like-
the artist.
No, the magic arts.
Oh, okay. No, you yourself don't remember much of a Reuben from the magic arts.
Alright, I will say this, sir, I have heard the name Reuben multiple times so far. Especially in the past however long it's been since we started our journey together, but I have not met anyone by that name, no.
It's a shame. The name itself is surprisingly common. There's a village in the east of Calderon, actually, named like that. There's also one of them to the furthest western point of the Nafer Kingdom.
I did mention that I'm from a Reuben village too.
Do you remember that?
Your village is also named Reuben. Yeah, I suppose I should clarify then. He himself, like I said, was quite potent in the magical arts. Traveled with two companions. One of them I think she was a knight. A knight, and one of them was more a sneaky type.
No, we're not.
Andre is nodding as he
Wait.
is a sneaky type.
Sneaky type.
Traveled with female knight.
Female knight and a sneaky type.
And sneaky. And sneaky boy.
A little wibbly sneaky boy.
He's just a sneaky lad.
Sneaky lad. How interesting. A magic user traveling with a strong knight and a sneaky lad.
I wonder what that's like.
I cannot imagine. So, was he like a very great man or something? Like, is he the one all these places are named after, or was it like just a coincidence?
I believe the places were named after him.
Holy
The
shit.
man couldn't be older than a few decades. Humans don't live nearly long enough for to have had that kind of impact. Now, what you said reminded me of what he said. It was a bit of a marking encounter. Anyhow, I suppose that means you haven't met him. That's okay.
But he'd still be alive today?
I suppose you need to be very old, or maybe he's become lost. And you can see that halfway through his syllable, he seems to almost catch himself. His eyes widen a little bit. Yeah, I suppose he would be just rather old, if not dead at this point, simply of age.
Well, you seem to admire him. Apologies if this is bringing up bad memories.
Admire? It's not wholly wrong. Many of my kind, and the other ones that are more longer lived, we have an enjoyable existence that perdures through time. But that often translates to a lower drive, a lower desire for change, a devotion for one's objectives. He was bringing with it, like a blaze in the night.
Sounds like an interesting fellow.
Yeah, he's probably destroyed it all by now. All that he ever wanted to make. That's how these things goes. But enough reminiscing about the past. And he himself pushes away a bit, his plate, now empty completely of the absolutely delicious steak that was on it. How are your own plates looking?
Andre's done.
But yeah, Layla should be getting close to finishing her food.
Yes. Sorry.
Very beginning, she like cut into it. She has not eaten a piece.
You had one
The
job.
captain looks at you.
No, I know what I'm doing. It's
Look,
just
but you-
staring at the dragon.
Not quite. Just what kind of stare are you giving him first? Hold on.
No, not like a glare, but like an like, I know you know type of.
What?
The dragon looks at you, and once more you can see inside. There's a bit of a debate going. Small wisps of smoke go from his nostrils as he lets out a low chuckle.
Would you like my portion, sir? I'd hate for it to go to waste.
I'm afraid it'll have to.
It's a shame.
Anyhow, it was nice meeting you, as I thought. You were an interesting lot. I hope you have a great and peaceful time. Rathathun's kindness. And he gives you a bit of a bow as he himself goes to exit.
Excuse me, sir, before you go. I don't believe we ever got your name.
He gives you a bit of a look and turns to both you, Andre and Rayla. You either one of you want to tell her, or
Oh, fuck. Did you give a name? Oh, wait. Oh, this is me being dumb. This is me in real life being dumb, isn't it? Is it Rakathun or something?
whose boat do you think this is?
Yeah, I got it, but like some people like I don't know, it could have been a loved one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Again, it could have been anyone that you thought of vaguely fondly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad question. She just wanted to know.
I just want to make sure, sir.
Well, we are now, right?
Yeah.
He turns to both you, Andre and Rayla. Well, I wish to both of you the best of luck with your friend here. Maybe it's a good thing she didn't work into that steak so much, because clearly she didn't get the sharpest knife. If you'll excuse me. And he turns around once more, giving you away from the back. And he exits the room.
Andre nods, and he'll turn around and go.
Out of character though? Valid question.
I didn't know it was
Come on, bro.
Okay, did you
I
know
didn't
his
know.
name? Did you know his name?
What?
Hmm?
Did you know his name? The dragon's name?
No.
Oh, I was assuming it was Rakathun, because I was like, who else has a name like Rakathun? The dragon.
Come on, bro. You're
No,
above
but, like-
Rakathun's kindness, and the guy made such a
Okay,
big...
but I've been on a boat named
My
Shelly
boat.
before. The 40-year-old man was not named Shelly.
Yeah. Yeah, some boats are named after things, not after the captain. I don't know.
There's like so many like. I've gone to my dad owned a restaurant named Shahrazad. We have no one in my family named Shahrazad.
Is your dad a millennial-old dragon?
Yeah, exactly. Are you a dragon?
What? I don't understand why that makes a difference.
Yeah. I would
Are you
know.
important enough you can melt mountains? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like he's a little self-important.
If a
You know,
dragon,
like, okay, but like, what if it
doesn't
was
think they're
like his
self-important.
fucking mate that died? Like, what if it was?
Well, I also assumed it was his name.
Friend.
I assumed it was his name because he didn't introduce himself.
That's so smart. You're just better than me, I guess.
Yeah,
I just thought he didn't introduce himself because
Yeah,
it was
I
gonna be
thought he
some
expected
bullshit of like names have power or you haven't unlocked.
What?
I'm with Daria.
Okay, but then you just use a fake name. The entire...
Yeah, I thought he'd give us a fake name to use.
He didn't, so that couldn't be what was happening.
Oh, I thought it was a situation again of like we didn't ask for his name, so he didn't give it. Like that time with Double.
See, okay, I'm so upset about that. Okay, you absolute just barbarians, okay?
Wait, what?
It's basic manners if it's like, hey, what's your name? And then they're like, oh, if someone, if you give your name, it's polite to give yours back. Man.
People, am I right?
Like, and we didn't have a moment where we introduced names, so I'm like, oh, maybe it just didn't come up in the conversation.
I thought maybe he assumed we already knew because they mentioned it earlier and I just forgot, so I was like...
See, I wasn't the only one. It was a completely valid thought to be like, okay, this isn't his name. I fully thought it was like a made-up creature's name.
You can make a post on Reddit about it.
Put on D&D horror stories.
But yeah, valid question. It's okay if he thinks I'm dumb. I don't care that much, but it was a fucking valid question.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
There's nothing wrong with being dumb, Daria.
Oh yeah, no,
Dang.
absolutely. This
Yo.
was fucking
I'm sorry.
dumb, though.
That was mean. I'm sorry. That was a bit...
Again, you go on a ship, and yeah, you go ask the man, hey, Shelly's your name, right? To the 80-year-old man in, like, white and yellow overalls.
Okay, but if the dude is a dragon, okay, maybe. If the dude is a dragon, maybe I'll do that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna assume it's not named after him. But if he's a dragon, I'm gonna assume, yeah, that guy's self-important. He thinks highly of himself. He wouldn't name the boat after himself.
I feel like that's like, I don't know, what if
That's
they're
true.
humble? What if they're humble?
Wasn't, like, okay, like, Boba Fett, not Boba Fett, his father, no, it was Boba Fett.
Okay,
No.
Okay,
What
but
the
here,
fuck was his name?
you know,
Jango Fett. Jango Fett. He didn't fucking name his spaceship after him. Vader didn't name his spaceship after him.
Well, I think his ship is a specific type of ship, so that's a whole other thing.
Also, Yash, I just want to say, you said, what if he's humble? When you're a dragon with arms that can destroy armies and breath that can liquefy mountains, humility isn't an option. It's a punchline.
I didn't
So
think
old to be like...
I didn't think he was being humble or anything. I just was like, I didn't know that was a name. That could have been like...
It could have been a word.
Like, it could have been a word. Like, I was fully operating under the assumption of, like, this is some, like, mythical, like someone naming their ship the Phoenix or something. Like, that's...
People name ships weird shit.
Right?
Only there was some sort of,
Weird
like,
shit.
if only there was some sort of, like, flying creature that could breathe fire, or...
The dragon's dragon. Dragon ship.
But he could have easily called it Dragon's Kindness, and it would have...
But no, because then he's not the one being kind, it's all dragons being kind.
But, what if it was his mother?
You didn't ask who his mom was. How dare you assume?
I asked him his name!
Yeah!
This has gone on for way too long.
He's just right.
How dare you?
No, yeah,
dare
we
you
can move
assume
on
he
past
has a mom?
this, but I refuse to acknowledge that I'm wrong here.
I know you are. We all know you are. So we can just move on.
No.
We can just move on and accept that Daria's wrong.
Yeah, like, I move on when y'all are like, oh, that was dumb. You
Sorry.
suffer with me.
Okay, but like, are you doing it because you actually think he's right, or are you doing it because you're petty?
What? I mean, I just assumed, like, I didn't know for sure, but I was like, if he didn't give us a name, then I think it's safe to assume that he's named after the ship.
I just think you're both different, Dumbo. I didn't even put that together.
Okay.
Double is a smart cookie.
Because he also referred to it like, his vessel, so it's like, okay, so he probably, like, got this himself, and it also operates off his breath, now that I think about it, so it's made specifically for him.
I'm sorry, I don't have the thought process to think to name things after myself. And that I thought a dragon with 1,000 years experience would name it after himself.
Yeah, I don't know, that's weird. It's like naming your car after yourself. Like,
Right?
I honestly think that'd be pretty funny. I'd be down.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think about it? The Batmobile.
Yeah.
What do you think about
That's
it,
not the
actually?
Bruce Wayne mobile.
But he's not Bruce Wayne, he's Batman.
Yeah, but Batman's his fucking aliens.
Actually, in some comics.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't want to refer to the dragon as his first name.
Why are we still hanging on this?
refer to him as his name. I wouldn't want to refer to him as like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like trying to think of like a superhero name would be weird in this context.
I can't believe this is still happening.
Bruce
Bruce
Wayne
You're-
mobile.
you're-
That's what
you're
it's called
just-
now.
Daria,
I'm
you're
sorry,
just
no, it's called the Bruce Wayne mobile now.
Mobile.
It would be so much better if it was. Let's be honest. Like the Bat cow. What if it was just a Bruce Wayne cow? That would be fantastic. Anyway, the captain exits through the crimson curtains. What do you do?
Do you think his toilet has a name?
I'm just gonna flick Mavis on the forehead.
It's
Rude.
Yes, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because you didn't finish your food.
Oh, he understood.
Regardless, it's still a waste.
Yeah, I told him. I was like, can I give it to someone?
if you have like a box for it, I could take it, but like it's awkward. I'm not gonna
Guess
ask
they
for
don't offer doggy boxes or doggy bags. Oh, I could get. Do horses eat meat? Could give it a fleet chaser. Oh my, wait. They probably threw it out by now, right?
I don't think horses don't eat meat, right?
They do not.
Yeah.
Horses are not carnivores.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, that's
I
not
don't know
what
what kind of creatures they are in your mind, but they are not carnivores.
I couldn't remember if they're omnivores or herbivores.
Yeah, I don't think they have the teeth for it.
I don't remember if they're fully omnivore. Herbivores. Herbivores. That's the one. Okay. Well, I'm sure someone's gonna enjoy it.
Yes.
I mean, there's some restaurants near my place back in. I'm not fucking saying its name again. I can't do it.
I'll just let you know, Rama, I would try to say it again.
Go ahead.
This is like rural.
I'm just saying, if it, you know, if it was part of
my.
my backstory, just saying. Dude.
Okay, here, let me just...
Hmm?
Go ahead. Give me your best shot.
Wow, what the hell?
Yeah, right. I forgot how to make the R sound. It was it was like the
Oh, wait, hold on, Yash? Okay, Daria, you're a bit close.
Because I can't do the R correctly, but I can do the R noise. So
okay.
You're not far.
I already. It's like a 5-step process.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Oh god.
I would need time to pronounce it over and over again.
Wait. Well, how do you say that for that E?
E, it's actually pronounced the exact same as just a normal I. Like precisely the same. There is no difference.
Can you just say it one more time then?
Réroril.
Yeah. I need to work on that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You want us to move on?
A little bit, but also that was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, and you know, if the leftovers or stuff were sent back, I mean, they kind of just gave it to staff to take back home with them.
Oh.
Or gave it out to people at the end of the day.
I see.
Like, if you go to, like, a restaurant or, like, a dessert place and you're like, hey, do you guys have any, like right before closing, and you're like, hey, do you guys, like, have any, like, leftovers or, like, mistakes? They'll give them to you for free.
Okay. I haven't been to many restaurants, so I'll keep that in mind, I guess.
So, how do you feel about Ruben and his traveling companions?
What do you mean?
But did that
Didn't bring any similarities to you?
Not really.
especially when he said after Rayla spoke, you sound like her, and then when I spoke, you sound exactly like him.
No, he said he wondered where she was.
Mm.
I'm not sure who he could have been referring to, though, given that he's almost a millennia, or over it.
By the way, he fully knew what I meant when I asked about beliefs.
I wouldn't doubt it, given his age.
That's why he was like, that's a conversation for in private, not... Do you think they're gonna kick us out of the section, by the way?
I'm not sure.
Are there people still in, like, the VIP section?
There is actually no one else, as the man and his entourage have left partway through your conversation with Ratatoons. And you're
Oh,
now
so the S is part of his name.
you're actually alone in this section.
And we still have to figure out what to do tonight. Maybe I should stay up and to catch it.
To catch what?
You know, and then sort of wiggle my fingers.
Oh. Whatever you feel is alright.
I don't want to infect anyone on the ship.
If you think you can catch them before they get out, sure.
They're gonna come out. I don't know if they did last time. What if they're already... Can you guys help me with tie the bed sheet?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, mummify me. Okay. Thanks.
And again, if things are already out, that's a problem we'll have to solve whenever it comes up.
But I don't want to, like, what if they come out and they, like, wriggle outside of our room, or...
Well, we can try to prevent it now, but if it's already happened, there's nothing we can do.
Yes. Now we're being proactive.
Yes.
Maybe I should, like, if we ever go to a store, buy, like, clothes that, like, cover everything.
If you feel that's necessary, then do so.
Oh, and, I, like, sort of mentioned this to, Misha. But do you think we should get disguises before we go to Bethende?
I do think that would be a good idea. Apparently, even you and I are kind of somewhat well known.
Alright. So, that's something we'll do when we land, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe I can get a wig.
Yeah.
I just need to change my hair color.
the purple, but whatever you want to do.
Let's see. It's gonna be very interesting once we finally get there.
How long is Rayla's hair?
How long is it? It goes like a decent amount past her shoulders.
This also has long hair.
Never mind. I was gonna see if I could use prestidigitation to recolor it. It wouldn't last very long, but I don't think hair is considered an object.
Why?
Because
Cut it off.
because it's part of you. So, unless you were dead, it wouldn't count.
Where you can change like eye color and shit. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do a whole lot with coloring with prestidigitation. Ugh.
You could make yourself. Oh wait, no, you can. Never mind.
I could make like a tattoo for myself technically for an hour if I just put like a symbol.
It could be a full face tattoo. You could be a Smurf.
Yeah. Well, if my face is considered a surface.
I'd say so.
Well, then yeah, I could.
I mean,
Wait, this
I
point,
do have a disguise kit. I do have a disguise kit. Oh wait, do I own one or can I just use one? I can only use one, I think. Never mind.
I bought one.
Yeah, Neville bought one.
That has hair dye.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. How would we change your appearance, though?
Mine?
Well, yeah, how would you want your disguise, though?
I guess like, cut my hair and I don't know. I mean, if I'm dressing to cover myself up more, I mean, I think that would be enough. Maybe I can get a hat. We'll figure it out. But yeah, maybe we can dye your hair if you want.
Yeah, that hurt to try.
As you discuss, time has passed quite a bit, and by now it's easily 7 p.m., maybe a little bit later. One of the Dragonborn actually comes into the area. Sir and ma'ams, if you would, we need to ask you to exit this area so we can do the cleanup for the day.
I throw a dagger at. No, I'm kidding. He'll leave.
Shatter.
No wind. Make a thunderous sound.
Oh yeah, let us.
Of course.
Great. Thank you for your understanding. And he holds the curtain open for you guys to leave.
Yeah, Andre leaves.
You do so. As you enter back into the regular portion of the dining area, you find that most seats at this point have already begun to empty, though the room itself is still very much in the process of emptying. There's quite a few people still just sitting at their table and talking. Just some of them still eating. There's a bit of a crowd around one person, an elven man with a teal cloak. He seems to be counting a story of some sort that's got them captivated.
I'd like to walk up and listen in on the story.
Alright. How do Mavis and Rayla do?
I guess I'll follow behind.
Yeah, the other two are gonna go do that. I will follow as well.
Alright. So you all, you follow Andre in a duck file right at the man's table. And yes, listen to me and listen closely, for I speak true. I've received letters, I've received words from far to the east of a tale newly hatched. It is the tale of when the moon was eclipsed. The people without light gasp. Not as the sun usually does, and replacing it when day comes, but in the center, in the middle, at its apex, in the center of night, above the highest mountains of the dwarves. Some people will live precariously, dangerous and isolated lives atop the mountains. Have let out words. They've sent out warnings stretching across the lands of a great beast that can jump hundreds of feet in the air.
Oh no.
Each step it took broke mounds of dirt and rock as it soared majestically in the air, claw and muscle bared. They could see one lone person riding it, its master, undoubted, controlling, powerful. The beast flew through the airs with its massive, powerful limbs. And it landed on the other side of the mountains, with each of the steps crumblings and the world shakes. Houses did not collapse, barely they stayed. With steel and stone, they barely held, as they merely witnessed the great beast's might. And so it ran to the horizon, far and far, as far east as they could see before they lost sight. They say that the beast was filled with a singular purpose. That it would go through sea, through air, through dirt and stone, undaunted, unstoppable. And that one day they would see it again, coming from where it once came, having looped across the entire world. The people are quite taken aback. Some of them seem a bit scared, others are more curious. And that is where their word has left. We know nothing more about this great beast, a threat that will ravage kingdom and country. And let us pray that we never will. Well, then, an extract from a poem once uttered to me by a young lady in mourning. And he begins to recite a rather depressing poem. He seems to be going at it for quite a while.
Andre just turns and goes back to, like, heading towards his room, just, why to be subtle?
Yeah, follow behind again and kind of whisper, do you think?
Yes. The whole point of the claw was to get the Atkins off their back, but obviously, well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't deliver it as fast as we could. Some people.
I think east, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you turn around, heading back for your room, you'll reach it and find that not much seems to have changed.
Andre's gonna go collapse in his bed.
You do so. Next to it, still, the book stands on the nightstand, which is more of a desk than a nightstand.
Um, so, you guys think we have like one more day until...
We still have like 2, I think.
2 more?
Fast.
Yeah, on the boat. I'm pretty sure. Because if I remember right, I was also like gauging how long my disguise was going to last, and I was pretty sure it was going to end like as soon as we got there.
Um,
We gotta come up with a story
about what?
about why we're there.
We can simply just be travelers looking for work.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
We can simply be just some traveling mercenaries.
Yeah, we look like adventurers.
I guess. Okay. I think, especially with recent news, I'm a bit more nervous. We're not gonna run into her again, right?
Into who?
The werefox?
Not anytime soon. Why do you ask?
I'm worried what it means if she's in Bethende. But I'm also a bit hopeful. I mean, I want to find where I was taken, you know? After. I don't know how time sensitive this curse thing is.
The sooner we get rid of it, the better, I think.
God, why is everything named Ruben?
What is that about? I thought my village was like unique. And there's 50 of them.
Have you run into the name Ruben? Andre?
Besides that, the village? No.
I honestly thought it was a code word for a bit. Nope, it's just the John Smith world.
What do we do get to become there? What is their plan?
I'm gonna go try to have a conversation.
I know that, but are we just gonna walk up to the castle, or are we making it somewhere?
Well, first, actually, I got some questions to ask the DM in private.
Um,
I mean, can we ask for a parlay? Is that a thing?
what's a parlay?
It's like temporary asylum while we negotiate some kind of deal.
I'd like to handle that side of things.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, that might just be for pirates. I'm not sure.
Well, if you need help with any of that, I do have a friend who used to live in Bethesda. I think they used to work kind of with all this. I don't know if they'd even want to see me. The last time they saw me, I was a child. So.
I'm sorry, you have a friend where?
In Bethesda, I didn't hide it because for a good while, I didn't really know how good of friends we all were. That's why it's not because I don't trust you. I do trust you.
And where in Bethunde?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Also, again, where are we going in Bethunde? Where is this landing? Do we have any idea?
Where are we? Where are we
Got on
landing?
a boat and didn't ask questions.
You
Where are we landing?
have no goddamn idea.
From like what I can remember, I believe it's decently close to Relathond. Well, in terms of like, where we are currently positioned.
You, Andre, actually would know that pretty precisely. You know that the final landing point of this ship is a few days north of Ralathon, so it's quite close.
Okay. Yeah, he'll relay that.
Where exactly are we landing then?
North of Relathond. He like has his face like down in the bed at this point.
So is there like a settlement there, or?
There must be people where we're gonna land.
We did board at a city, so
I'm sure it's stopped. There's boat stops for different cities. So
is there gonna be like an announcement of like you're here? And I do know some people, I believe, wanted to get off at the Ismenian Kingdom, but we haven't heard any like.
Oh, for the record, those have happened. I just haven't said.
Got it.
There's been quite a few stops.
Wait, so is Layella gone?
No?
I thought she wanted to go to the Ismenian Kingdom.
We don't even know if we've stopped there yet.
Well, no, Rama just said it's happened.
A lot of them have happened.
We said a lot of stops have happened, but not specifically.
Okay.
Well, it's still the same day. She should still be on the boat.
Yeah, no, she should.
she jumped ship, which is I don't think happened. So
I mean, she could.
God, what if we jump ship?
And then what? What would we do then?
Because we wouldn't have to get in through official means.
I mean, maybe.
We do have a horse, though.
yeah, we can't leave them.
We can't leave the horse.
Do you think they keep track of who comes in and out of the country like that?
I would.
We kind of just left there. It's not like
But they're like fairly militaristic, right? Like they're fairly strict with law and order, right? Wouldn't they want to keep track?
it's not a bad assumption to make. No, but then that
What
would
if they
mean
don't? That's so fucking stupid if they don't.
it would be dumb. It would also be dumb if we jump ship early and they don't check.
But like, you raise a really fair point though. Who, like, yeah, guards knew we were in Undrith, but they never really asked our names. They did recognize us though, but I don't think they've just inspected that if we've had contraband. I don't think they asked for our names. Huh. I don't want to think anymore, and I'm gonna climb up my bunk bed. and wrap myself burrito style in a sheet.
Alright.
Do you need to be tied in your burrito? Or
I don't know.
you're the one with the worms. I'm working with you here, not against you.
This is new. Maybe Andre had a point, and your weapons will help. I hate this. And then Mavis is gonna roll over to be flat on her face.
Alright, you do so. What's Rayla doing? She's the last one standing.
Wait, is Andre sleeping in a bed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Progress?
Yeah, they're just gonna yell at him again if he doesn't, so.
Yeah, she did.
Progress.
Is it the bottom? Like, are you like in the bottom bunk or the top bunk?
He's in the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, Rayla is just gonna climb into the top bunk and then go to bed.
Curl up in a ball?
Go to bed. Not
Oh,
curl up
okay.
in the ball. She's not a cat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna collapse right there on the ground.
Alright, you do so. And unless any of you wish to do something else, time will pass. And you'll begin your long rest.
Yeah. Andre's gonna, like, get up and go up to the deck at around, like, midnight-ish. But that's it.
Wow. Okay. Huh? Yeah, okay, you do that.
Yeah.
So, time passes, and as midnight comes, you, Andre, hear a set of footsteps, as well as a door opening and shutting. The footsteps themselves are rather tame, noiseless. Nearly whatever is doing this isn't trying to attract attention.
I'm gonna try to sneak out and follow it.
Alright?
Like, come on, I got it. Like, come on.
You do so, and you find that the footsteps are actually heading upstairs and towards the deck. Roll a stealth check, please.
Alright. Let's see what I get. Ooh, that was almost a 3. Okay, 25.
That's very good. As you follow upstairs and arrive on the deck, you find that lit by a very nice moon is Layella walking towards the end of the ship. In her hand, she's clutching a bottle. It's a bit hard from where you are to see what the bottle might contain, but you do clearly see that it's Layella from her hair. As she goes further upon the deck, it becomes a little bit hard for you to make out details on where she's going and all, with the somewhat poor lighting. Do you follow deeper?
Yeah. And he's gonna slip on the Wood Whisperer mask and have it copy his facial expressions.
Alright. You do so. You follow closer, you can see that she's heading for the small cabin that mates would know is the message parlor. She goes and climbs the top of it, using a quick bit of acrobatics. She's very nimble. And you can hear her begin to talk. She seems quite happy. And as she speaks, you can hear another voice answer her. Desiree's voice. you can hear the low sloshing of liquid in cups, and 2 pairs of legs beginning to dangle off the edge of the cabin. It's people just sitting at the edge. Behind the cabin itself, you can see the still weird and somewhat magical mechanism that Mavis saw before. The tubes that go upwards reach from the ground as a continuation of the mechanism below.
Well, he's assuming that this is probably none of his business, so he's just gonna walk away.
You do so. As you leave, you see one set of legs going quite far upwards in the air. And you head back to your room.
Oh, he doesn't go back to his room yet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's just gonna go out to the railing for like a good 2 hours.
Okay. As you stand upon the railing, I'm not quite sure how to phrase this, but I'm sure you can guess what kind of background music you have.
I mean, I wasn't going to do it right next to the massage place.
And we'll switch back to the room where Mavis,
Okay
a
then.
little bit
Ah!
we'll switch back to the room where Mavis, you yourself feel a bit of a weird sensation from your face. As from your nostrils, 5 little wrigglers
Ew.
have
Ew.
slimy and quite disgusting.
Oh, but my face is like smushed into the pillow.
I think over one. I don't know what you looked up, but the title of this is so funny.
What?
It's so specific.
What do? As the 5 wrigglers get out of there.
Rayla, it's happening.
What are you
Rayla,
talking
from my
about?
face.
Oh,
Put it
Lord.
over to my side. Are they still on my pillow?
They are starting to wriggle out. One of them has fallen to the floor in a loud sploosh,
Oh,
beginning to try and make its way through the floorboards. The gap is small, but it can wriggle there.
Rayla, faster.
literally just like jump out of the freaking bed to like try to grab it.
Try and grab it, sure. Make an athletics check.
Athletics? Are you sure about that one?
Yeah, that's how grappling works.
Sorry. 19.
19 is enough. You grab a hold of the wriggler, and you take 1 point of necrotic damage as you do.
Maybe are the others still in there?
Where are the others?
The others are still with you. They are trying to make their way downwards. They don't seem to understand the concept of bunk beds quite so much.
Oh.
One of them has fallen in between the mattress and the side. Generally, they are making their way downwards, and you can see the wood, at least the part of the wood underneath the worm, beginning to rot away slightly, blacken, as it becomes more and more frail.
I'm gonna go and like grab the ones in front of me and yell, Rayla, there, another one.
Huh? Which one are you pointing at? The one,
The
on
one
the
that's
floor?
like on the floorboard that's rotting.
That one, yeah.
I'm gonna grab whatever is in front of me.
Alright.
Where will go?
Make an athletic check for the three of them.
Okay.
3 of them. What
Yeah. Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
That's
You
what I.
backflip your way into catching worms. Sorry.
What if I like use like the bed sheet to like scoop them and like distort my body in a way to like?
That you could. I'd say you could just actually do that, but you will miss the one that's fallen on the side. So you could get 3 of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grab those.
Alright, you do so. You grab them in a bundle using your sheets. Really, you take another point of necrotic damage.
Oh,
As you
shit.
see from the top of your fingertips, small dots of pure darkness appear.
Okay. And I'm gonna like hop down, Rayla, put in here.
Okay.
Okay.
You see,
Okay.
I just like throw
Where's
it.
the other one? Where the fuck is the other one?
It's on the floor, right?
Oh, it's on the side?
It was on the side. It has since pierced through the side.
Fuck!
And fallen upon
Okay.
small
But like,
hole, barely visible if you look.
oh.
And you can see clearly that the worm is wriggling on the floor, having fallen from your bunk bed.
Oh, okay, it's on the floor.
Wait, where is it? In our room?
It went through my bed. It has not gone through, like, the floor.
Oh, so it's just under your bed.
It's
No?
under my bed? I'm asking DM.
Sorry, you were on
Okay.
top of the bunk.
I was
so-
on top bunk, so is it on the
That-
bottom bunk right now?
Oh, you were on the bottom bunk?
No, I was on top.
Yeah, so it falls on the first bunk and falls further on the floor.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna grab it with a sheet then.
Alright, you do so.
Alright, and now I'm gonna run run to the top.
On the deck?
Wait.
Wait, are you gonna throw them overboard?
Just gonna throw him overboard. Or like Andre would have his knife on him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if the staff didn't have a problem with him carrying around a short sword, he would totally keep it because he's paranoid.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking run up top to like throw them overboard, but if I see Andre, I'm gonna yell for Andre.
Go run behind you.
Andre would be pretty close, but you would find a place where you could throw them overboard before, as there is an open way on the room's floor.
I
you
would
could
have gone to
go on
top
the railing
bunk.
and throw 'em there.
I would have gone to top bunk, top level.
Alright. So you wouldn't, so you would just throw them over there?
I would go to like the top level of the ship and then throw them off. I wouldn't think of the room one.
Okay. So, you go upwards. Your footsteps make quite a bit of noise. And you can see that one of the kobolds is actually standing guard at the end of the tunnel. Darts a bit towards you. Hey, what's going on?
Really excited, bye!
Roll persuasion?
I'm
Disadvantage?
gone.
Sure. Let's just see it though. Persuasion with disadvantage, please.
Really
Oh, with
excited.
disadvantage? I already rolled.
Oh, really? The woman just running away in the middle of the night. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Trust her with whatever.
Okay, it's a 6. It's a 6.
Hey, wait, you can't do that. And the kobold starts running after you. Does Rayla follow Mavis as she runs away?
Yeah.
Okay. So the kobold chases both of you as you rush to the top deck. As you arrive on top, you see Andre lying over on the railing.
Well, actually, what I'd like to be is like, is there like, with the way this boat is like shaped, would there just be like the very like front, like on the up top that would be accessible?
At the very front, that's where the massage parlor is.
Oh, okay. If that was the case, then he would want to not be close to that, then. Because he knows it's none of his business, and he wants to be alone.
So where will you be?
Honestly, probably yeah, he would want to be, like, way out of earshot, so...
You could be on the exact opposite end of the boat. So where the stairs go upwards is to the right. To the left of the boat, there's actually quite a sizable way, and you're pretty much hidden by the gambling parlor.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he would be on the complete opposite side if he could, then.
Alright. That's where you are.
So I wouldn't see him. I wouldn't see him.
Not immediately, no. It would be a bit hard. You could try to make a perception check if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I like.
So as you, Mavis, as well as Rayla, go on top of the deck.
Okay, it's a
find that
10.
A 10 doesn't do anything. As you rush to the top of the deck, your footsteps making quite a bit of noise. You find that the deck is mostly empty. You can't see a shadow of a person. Mavis, you think you hallucinate for a moment. You could swear you can see one live, long shape, almost like a lag, from above the massage parlor. That's a bit weird.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna run to whatever side is closest, like rail of the ship, and I'm just gonna chuck the thing overboard. Wait. I'm gonna make to do that.
You're gonna what?
I'm like getting ready to do that. Like I'm running towards it and I'm going to chuck it.
Okay, you do so. The railing is actually very close to you as you come out. The one immediately to your right, not even 5 feet.
Yeah, Rayla's gonna like grab your arm real quick. Like, what? Should we put it overboard? How's that any better?
I don't want them to. I don't know, but they're gonna tear through the sheets eventually.
Sheets are mostly blackened now.
I'm gonna I don't.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Do you have like a ring on you, or like do you have like something metal on you that you don't care if it's like thrown away?
Metal.
Wow, my bag of 1,000 ball bearings would be useful right now.
If I had
By the way, I'm not exactly being very quiet right now.
Oh yeah, I really wasn't either. Oh man, if I had my backpack on me, I'd have so much random stuff to give you. No, I don't have anything.
Sorry. Can you repeat that? I was thinking. Sorry.
I said I don't have anything.
Okay. Alright. I don't know if this is gonna work.
As you're ruminating over this, the kobold catches up to you. Hey, what are you doing? And seeing you about to throw overboard the sheets, he goes to try and catch onto them.
No. So don't. A hazardous material touch them, and like it's not safe for anyone on ship.
He's already going for it. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait, Rayla, you stop him, and I'm gonna go and throw it.
He's in the process of lunging for it. As you're in the process of throwing it away. He got an 11 to try and stop you.
What do I need to roll?
That would be acrobatics here.
Don't fuck me. Hey, don't fuck me, dirty 20.
As he tries and lunges for you, you're just faster and just lifted upwards, a bit too high for the short kobold to catch onto it. the sheet begins to fall. You can see 5 small creatures fall from it, far faster than the drake itself that floats gently. Each of them lands with a loud sploop, and you can still see them wriggling downwards in the water. They don't seem to mind so much. You go, hey, what's going on? Why do you throw the sheet away? Words, you can't do what?
Mavis is like, okay, I am so sorry for that, sir. You don't understand, time is of the essence there.
We're travelers. We carry around creatures and things, and sometimes it can get a bit out of hand.
Yeah, but like there were like hazardous materials and shit. Not necessarily creatures, because like our horse was fine, but there was like dangerous materials, and they could have hurt you or anyone else on the ship. So we needed to get rid of them fairly quickly.
Yeah,
it's like, I'll repay for the sheet. I'll repay for the sheet.
Hazardous material.
The kind that rots.
Food.
No. Like, it's like it kind of like, you know how certain materials, when you spill on a surface, they kind of like melt through it.
You had acid? What did you have acid for?
You could just
I'm an herbalist.
just offer to pay for it. You could just offer to pay for it. It's a pair of sheets.
Well, we have to.
Like, I'm willing to. So like, because I worked at a pharmacy, okay, and I dealt with drugs, and it spilled on my sheet. I was really worried.
Just so far, there's something dangerous happening. We're incredibly sorry for
We're
causing
so sorry.
The one time you choose to be honest is this situation. The one time where it wouldn't work. Like, there's just too much to explain.
Also, he gave us a way out. He said rotten food.
He did.
You also didn't even have to throw off the entire sheet. You could have just unfurled it.
That's really what I was thinking while you were doing it.
I was thinking that the entire time, but I was like, I'm not
I was
there.
trying to grab it. I didn't want him to accidentally touch one of them.
But you can't just be carrying drugs around here.
It wasn't drugs. I said I accidentally made it with my potions kit, not my kit. I fully apologize.
Drugs.
It's not drugs. Is a health potion drugs, sir?
You can't just say that after throwing it in the water.
It was a health potion that went wrong.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
You have to pay the fine and the sheet.
I'll pay the fine. How much is it? I said I'd pay.
Well,
sir, I understand why you're upset, but not to this extent. I'm fully willing to pay.
Don't sass him, please. You have a way out.
Rockathun's kindness is a very nice vessel that has a reputation to uphold. You can't just be carrying drugs around here.
It wasn't drugs, sir.
What do we need to pay?
Like, he could. I'm being really honest, sir.
Fully ready. We are ready to pay back anything you need. We understand we did something wrong.
I don't know what you need to pay. Go back to your room. What a reason to come see you. Go back there and stay in there. I'm going to lock you in. Give me your key.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Why?
Give me your key.
David, let's just go back. It's
The man's just trying to do his job. Cut the man a break.
At this point, there's also a second kobold that comes up. Is everything okay here?
There's a guy. He's on his night shift, dog. You gotta just cut him a break.
So this next one I'm gonna very calmly explain. Sorry, I'm a bit of a pharmacist. Like, I worked at a pharmacy, and we're adventurers, and we want to get off at Bethende. So I was prepping us for our journey, and I was making a health potion that went wrong, and it got on my sheets, and it was like going through everything. I don't know how I messed it up so badly. I really apologize.
Say that the first kobold, she's lying. She had drugs and she threw them overboard.
I did not have drugs, and I did not throw them. I did not have drugs that I threw overboard.
She's lying. Give me your key.
I'm being completely truthful.
You can roll persuasion here if you'd like.
What?
Actually, that would be deception. That would be
What?
deception. You didn't have no healing potion.
But she didn't have
But
That would
drugs.
be
that's not the thing they're asking about, though. They're asking about drugs.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm not. I'm fully said. My last statement I said was I did not throw drugs overboard.
Okay. So on that particular point, you can't roll deception. You're right. The things will stay as they are. Okay, key and go back to your room. You don't get to leave until the lieutenant comes sees you.
I'm gonna look at the other kobold.
I think you should do as my colleague says here. You don't want to be stirring up trouble on this boat.
That
Please just
wasn't
keep
my
yourself in front of the
intention,
nervous.
sir. I was fully acting in good faith.
That's what the lieutenant will decide. Just give us the key. Give
Can
us
I-
the key.
Can,
And they get a bit closer and they start kind of pulling at your clothes, but like they're too short. They're like trying to get into your pouch. They're just not big enough.
fine, whatever. Let's go to bed.
Just take the L.
Because they're not gonna find anything in her room because you didn't make drugs. I say it loudly.
Yeah, no, because I didn't throw drugs overboard. I didn't
Yeah.
have...
It's fine. We don't need to fight with them. Let's just go back.
Yeah, let's go.
And the two of them escort you as you go back to your room. And they lock you in.
This is bullshit.
They're not
Really,
gonna
go
find
to
them.
your room. What are we? 9?
They think that we're making or creating or
But, like,
transferring drugs.
The answer isn't to immediately like bring it to someone that's in charge of them and have them like fully investigate it. They're like, no, we're locking you in your room.
Until they
If
can
I
get
was
someone.
If I were someone that had more power or was even more like upset with them, that could ruin their lives.
Well, that's
Imagine if it was a rich nobleman who they did that to.
Just take the L.
Yeah, yes, Mavis, that's true. But they said the lieutenant will come and check in on us later. I'm sure that's their
I know.
procedure.
I'm just worried if that's how they handle this.
And we'll switch back to Andre. As you're alone on the deck now.
Can fucking
You've
hear
seen
any
and
of
heard-
that?
You've seen and heard everything going on there.
Oh, like I clearly heard everything that was said.
Everything. You didn't miss a word.
I told you we weren't being particularly quiet.
I was
true. We were
hoping
very much yelling.
I was hoping the ship was big enough that he wouldn't be able to tell what was being said.
Not when people are yelling. You did also see one head poke over from the massage parlor, but quickly being lowered down as the commotion was happening.
I'm just gonna stay out for much longer now. He doesn't want to deal with this. It's just, can we have can we have at least just 2 days of no interruptions?
No, you can't, apparently.
He's just gonna sit there for even longer now. He's just gonna take the shard out and hold it out just in front of him as he's just kind of like looking out.
Out of curiosity, do we have a window?
You do.
Okay. You know those seeds I have?
If you want to jump from the ship, you can.
No, I'm not jumping from ship, but you know those seeds I have in my pocket?
Yeah, I know.
Uh, Yeah.
That was a good thought.
yeah, I'm gonna check them.
Yeah, you're gonna take them away? Okay.
It's more hassle at this point.
We
Okay.
worked so hard for those seeds. Ugh.
You did.
Maybe they'll plant themselves again.
In the river.
Yeah, you can give the fish weed. Why not?
Yeah.
And
Right.
you, Andre, as you take out the shard, you feel the warmth spreading through your hand, like holding a campfire in your own hand.
He's just gonna kind of sit there and contemplate it just for hours.
You do so. Time passes. And do you spend all your time there?
Yeah, especially after what happened. At first, he was like, "I won't be out here for too long," and then he's like, "I'm going to be out here for a very, very long time." He doesn't feel like dealing with this.
Alright, so you stand there, looking over the railing and not sleeping. As time passes, an hour, then 2. Eventually, the sun begins to rise.
Did Mavis and Rayla get a full long rest?
Both of you do get a full rest. Andre, you yourself gain 1 point of exhaustion.
All right.
I feel like Andre did way more. So, sure.
I'm gonna switch out healing word with ice knife.
Oh, boy.
No, come on.
What does that imply?
No, if we no, I just refuse any form of combat on this ship right now.
We're not fighting on the ship.
Bitch, you forgot there was a dragon on the ship. What do you think the ice knife is gonna do?
Oh no, this isn't for that.
Okay.
For the future, I assume.
Yeah, this is for like if I need to cool something down quickly.
Yeah, when Andre's in like microwave mode again.
Yeah.
Yeah, an ice knife. I'll definitely be glad that you stabbed me.
Actually,
You do what you
Pierced him with a shard of sharp ice. Anyway, Andre,
actually, oh, sorry.
Sorry, man. You. Well,
I mean, no, I'm still gonna switch it with ice knife. I'd rather have that on me.
you do
Okay.
so. And Andre, for your own, as the sun begins to rise,
Oh, shit, did the wrong one.
you hear a few noises from the edge of the ship. It sounds like a small impact, 2 feet landing on the ground, softly. Voices talk, and one more. Landing. Elegantly. You can see Desiree and Layella walking towards deck. Layella herself is trying to be a bit, not quite sneaky, but not to attract any attention. Seems a bit odd since there shouldn't be anyone here. Desiree herself is by no means worried. She seems quite content. As they near the stairs, Layella sees you, and she quickly rushes over to your into your end of the ship. Oh, hi, Mikhail. How you doing? Are you out for a walk as well?
No, I've been out here for a while.
Oh, I see. It was just getting so so humid in my room. I needed to get some fresh air. She seems quite nervous. I'll see you around, Mikhail. I'll just go take a walk.
He just goes, listen, I won't speak a word. And he just looks out back into the sea. I like calling it, I'm going to call it the sea, because I just like that set piece better than a river. Also, with the like, I just got to say, with the saxophone music, I keep, like, going to, like noir for some reason. And I can't, it's just like, it's like, man, it's just, it seems the city never changes.
Yeah. Jazz is just a pass, bro.
But yeah, he just waves like it's nothing and then just looks back out. Especially since he's got a point of exhaustion, he's just like, I don't care. It's fine. We're all adults.
Okay. And she begins to walk away, very robotically, her moving one limb at a time. Desiree herself gives a bit of a chuckle at that, as Layella rejoins her, and they both go downstairs.
Once it starts getting a bit like farther into the day, he's just gonna be like, oh boy, and he's just like, yeah, I've been out here for way too long, and he'll put the shard back up and start heading back to his room. Or
All right.
the room.
It's locked.
You do so. As you reach downstairs, you find that there are 2 kobolds standing on either side of your door. They both seem a bit sleepy, but not the sleepy kind of someone who's not slept. The sleepy kind of someone who's just woken up. As you approach the door, I assume?
Yep.
Oh, hello, sir. You're part of this room's crew as well, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we'll be very sorry. You can't enter the room right now. One of the lieutenants will come soon.
I see. He'll just put his back up against the wall and just lean on it.
Before the lieutenant comes, sir, is there any declaration you'd like to make?
What do you mean?
Anything you've been hiding from us?
Hiding? I don't believe so.
Okay, a little deception. The saxophone music is so good.
Because we're in a noir film now.
20.
I love jazz so much.
Yeah, I do too. It's a soft 20.
It's so good. A soft 20, I see.
No, don't do that.
I'm sorry. I've got love making music in front of me. I can't.
The title is so
Sorry.
funny. Like, I had to stop myself from laughing. Like, when I saw it, I was like, oh! It's just...
Such a mindset. What
It's
does that mean?
so formal. Like,
It's all about you.
Soft 20. Oh, okay. Like we said, if you'd like to wait in the dining area or on the deck, you just can't enter the room yet until the lieutenant has an interrogation with the people in it.
I see. Well, he'll go to the dining room then.
Alright. And go to the dining room that you find empty, save for a few kobolds running around, cleaning up the tables, setting up new sets of utensils, putting out drinks in the bar. You can see a bottle of whiskey.
Wait, there's just a whiskey bottle up?
There's one of them just lying around on the bar, so on the counter of the bar, if you will. It's moody.
Yeah, Andre considers just downing the entire thing, despite him never drinking in his life. But he's like, man, maybe everything everyone was saying before is maybe they had onto something.
I'm so sorry.
But he won't do it. He'll just, kind of just stand there and then just shuffle through his deck of cards.
You see? You do so. The lettering on it. Still as odd as before. On it, you can still see the patterns, the words that you understand, and the ones that you don't quite yet. And we'll switch over one last time to Mavis and Rayla. As the both of you are sleeping, you're awoken by the door opening, and you can see the Dragonborn with golden scales, still clad in his perfect best, stepping through. He seems displeased, but his eyes seem, above all, cold and professional. And that is where we'll end the session. Along with the sensual mindset